Welcome everyone to the Everything Show, episode 631. I am your host, Major Source 212. I'm with Chris L. What's up, Chris?
What's up, everybody?
What's up, Steampunk?
Just hanging out here in Hollywood.
Alright, Steampunk, I'm going to mute you because we're getting background noise loud for a minute.
Okay, that's fine.
Alright. What's up, Daniel?
Hey, everybody.
What's up, Ray?
I'm not special, I'm limited edition.
What's up, Scott?
Just working on my blind dyslexic blogs.
Alright, so before, Chris, you start with your articles, Daniel, you saw the Star Trek article?
Yeah, it was cool.
What do you think about that?
I think it's awesome. They said, at first, like I said, it's kind of sucky news that it's going to take place before, I think after Undiscovered Country, but before Next Generation. Which
basically, it's going to take place at the beginning of Generations, where Kirk went to the Nexus in that time, right after that, but not in Next Generation time.
But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that's probably Enterprise B time. But what I'm saying is that it's supposed to take place after Undiscovered Country time. So I don't know. I don't know how far. I don't know how far those events are from each other. But yeah. Maybe
it's basically going to take place right after Generations, the beginning, when it's Kirk's time, not Next Generation time. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be before Next Generation, but after Kirk. So I like that. I think that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how people will react to that because I'm like, okay, I mean, it's pretty much like another Enterprise, So it's like, okay, I mean. But then I read that they're going to do this anthology thing where every season is going to take place in its own time. So we're going to get it's going to start off with post Undiscovered Country. That's the first season, and then other seasons are open up for where they can keep on going. Every season can be in their own century.
Okay,
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Hey, what do you?
I like that if they do that. Different casts, you mean, and different, every year you're saying a different cast?
Yeah, every year we get a different crew, a different ship, and a different century. So, maybe, the first year we get post-Undiscovered Country. The next year we could get, post-Voyager, and so on and so forth, whatever, yeah.
I love it's the Prime Universe. I like that it's the Prime Universe because don't forget this Star Trek movie is not the last one. They signed them all on for a Star Trek 4 movie, which will probably come out in 2020 or something like that.
Yeah.
So, all right. I like that idea, and I think hopefully it's done good. I don't know if it's going to be the Enterprise crew. We were talking about that on the last cast anyway. I invited you, but you didn't come in. But I think you think it's going to be good, Daniel. I think it's going to be good.
I think it's going to be good. I mean, we never saw anything like that. They want to do they want to do something like American Horror Story thing.
Right.
Yeah, an anthology.
That would be pretty cool.
Hey, Scott, what do you think about this? Do you like this idea?
Oh, I'd be really big in favor for it because that's what, if I remember, that's how Heroes was initially supposed to be. But then they went off on that kilter. But if they want to follow a different, if a different era or a different ship each season, I'd be open. And at the same time, do what they did with all the original. I shouldn't say original, but all the Star Trek shows. You have one person come on from the past show to launch the other one in some way, shape, and form.
Right. All right, and also to get off the topic of Star Trek, we are going to focus that on the Ghost Trekkies cast. We're going to talk about that in great detail probably tomorrow. But we do have other stuff to talk about. So
Yes, we do.
Indeed.
So first off, this is kind of a weird article, but it seems like Bill and Ted 3 is happening, and it could start shooting this year with Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter. And by the way, Alex Winter, get working on a Ben 10 movie, please, because he directed the other two.
Wow.
And it appears that the movie might come out by or it might start shooting at the end of this year, beginning of 2017, possibly at the latest.
Right.
And Alex Winter says it does look pretty good. So Bill and Ted 3.
2018 release, probably, right?
I love the
I would
first
assume
one. The
so.
second one was okay.
I don't like the second one. I like the first one. So,
I love the second one.
you like the second one?
I do. I love the second one.
What about you, Steampunk?
Steampunk, you can come in now.
I kind of grew out of it. I used to like Bill and Ted when I was younger, but it's okay. It is what it is.
What about you, Daniel? Are you into Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey, or no?
I heard about it, but I never saw it.
Okay. Right.
I liked it, but I wouldn't go over the top, especially when they copied Doctor Who's idea with the phone box. I thought they would have had a different idea.
I liked it. I thought it was different. I wasn't crazy about. I mean, but I guess Bogus Journey was okay, but I wasn't crazy about it. But all right. So besides that, Scott, anything on that?
Yeah, one more thing about Bill and Ted, though. What I thought was funny is they had two shows of television shows for Bill and Ted. One a live-action version, another a cartoon, and so often the cartoon version they would adapt to the live-action version. But
Maybe they should do a Bill and Ted that's a crossover with The Matrix and Doctor Who.
I gotta tell you, Moffat's idea of time travel was taken from Bill and Ted. Just watch it and you'll see what I'm talking about. They left notes for each other. They helped each other out. They were the future selves, past selves, whatever. So, yeah, they took it from Bill and Ted. And Bill and Ted's a parody of Doctor Who, technically. So, okay.
Who knows? Bill and Ted might have crossed over with 21 Jump Street.
Next article, yes.
The next article is another one of these really weird articles that leaves you going, huh? It seems like the Grinch is getting a new animated movie. Here's the kicker. Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be the voice of the Grinch. So it said, at CinemaCon panel on Wednesday, April 13th, Illumination revealed that it will release The Grinch That Stole Christmas this November, and Benedict Cumberbatch will be playing the Grinch, or voicing the Grinch.
Cool.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
So they're winning now in November.
I like that.
Winning out at the same time Doctor Strange comes out.
yeah.
All right. So it's going to be a series, you said?
Oh, no, just an animated film.
Anime movie. Okay, and it's basically a remake of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody want to talk about that or no?
I think it's cool. I just hope they don't. I hope they don't go too far off the original story, though.
Yeah. All right. You have another article too, right?
Yes, I do. This one is probably a little more action-packed for people out there. Hugh Jackman. Hold on, let me just get the article here. Hugh Jackman said, or actually he didn't say it, but it seems like we're getting Wolverine 3, obviously. It's reported to be released on March 2nd, 2017. That's just penciled in right now. It's not confirmed. It could be the story of Old Man Logan.
Oh.
They said that the Wolverine story takes place in the future. I believe this is Hugh Jackman speaking. The Wolverine story takes place in the future. Obviously, with the most recent X-Men films, all the prequels to the original trilogy take place during different eras in history. X-Men First Class was set in the 60s. Days of Future Past was the 70s. And the upcoming X-Men Apocalypse, with Wolverine is not in, takes place in the 80s. However, the presence of Stewart as the older Xavier suggests that Wolverine 3 will take place after all of the recent events. Old Man Logan, the eight spin-off Marvel comics published between 2008 and 2009, written by Mark Miller and artist Stephen McNevian, also heavily rumored that those stories will influence the story of the movie. Yeah. And Old Man Logan was a Wolverine story set in a post-apocalyptic world, 50-plus years into the future. And, of course, the term future is nebulous because this actor is obviously, or Wolverine can obviously live for huge, long, extended periods of time. So
Right.
that sounds interesting. I think that would be a good way to kind of end Wolverine's story.
I think
so. I like it.
Wolverine's about 200 years old or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's time. I think that'd be great. What about
So,
you,
yeah.
Roy? Yeah.
Definitely the old man Logan thing and the whole fact of how
No, that
he's
could be
on his
interesting.
own
That
afterwards.
sounds very intriguing.
How he's manipulated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Old Man Logan, it'll be like a perfect fairy tale ending for him. Like to sign
Well,
off
if they
with.
do old man Logan, does that mean they're going to have Hulk penciled in?
No.
What?
No.
No. Daniel, what did you want to talk about?
Yeah, can you read that? Can you read that article for me, please? It's a really cool article.
Which one?
The Iron Mask in the Flash.
Oh, okay.
Satisfying reveal.
Okay.
Okay. So I have no idea what this article is about because I don't watch The Flash, but I'm going to read it anyway because that's what I do. When Cisco vibed that Zoom was Jay Garrick on The Flash a few weeks ago, he completely freaked out. When Cisco told Team Flash they didn't understand how their apparent friend and fallen comrade could ever be such a monster. This revelation left the team and the audience with more questions than answers, and now Teddy Sears has some clues as to what's ahead for Zoom and Team Flash. With next week's episode of The Flash being all about Zoom, Teddy Sears spoke with Entertainment Weekly about his character's original story. Zoom's close connections with Barry Allen and with the Masked Man in his prison when the Masked Man in his prison is going to be revealed. According to Sears, the man that came to Earth 1 pretending to be Jay Garrick was really Hunter Zolomon.
Okay.
Zolomon's backstory is going to be revealed this week on The Flash in the episode titled Versus Zoom. Sears said, "What's really exciting about going and looking at Hunter Zolomon's original story is that it closely mirrors the Barry Allen original story. We're going to see what happened to Hunter as a child look almost exactly like what happened to Barry when he was a child. One man went one way, the other man went the other way. You can catch a glimpse of that story in the story trailer for Versus Zoom below."
Okay.
Yep.
Season 2 of The Flash has gotten to be really good.
Yeah, they just started. I don't know if they're still filming the finale, but it looks pretty damn. It looks pretty.
It's filmed already, as far as I know.
Oh yeah. That's, okay.
I mean, I'm not sure. Don't quote me, but
Because I know next week's Supergirl is going to be the finale.
yeah, Supergirl got renewed for season 2, by the way. So that's great news.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I would agree. Supergirl. I didn't think Supergirl was going to be that great, but it's really good.
Same here.
Supergirl what?
Yeah.
Okay.
At first it sucked, but now it's actually pretty good. I mean, I liked the episode. I think.
Well,
Guys, what did you think when Superman? Do you think Superman's under the control of Myriad, or do you think he's just pretending?
no, I think he was under control of Myriad, but I think we briefly mentioned it last, or one of yesterday's episodes of the Everything Show. I think the reason why Martian Manhunter is not under the control of Myriad, even though he's been on Earth for a while, is that he has mental telepathy powers, which Superman does not have. So and they explained that in that last episode of Supergirl, and that would explain why Martian Manhunter is not under the control.
Oh, so you saw that episode?
I did. I've been watching him on Footlocker.
Yeah.
We haven't talked in a while, Daniel.
Yeah, I don't feel very well for a while. Still don't.
You'll get over it, girl. You'll be okay.
This just in, Zack Snyder breaking news, Superman will now have mental powers in Man of Steel 2.
I wouldn't damn that.
Oh boy, he's gonna
That'll be
finish the
resistant to magic as well.
Like, I'm not done yet. Batman brands people. Now Superman has mental telepathy.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Let me break this news.
It's like
okay?
behind himself as Clark Kent.
Let me break this news, okay? There is a side effect for Batman vs. Superman that was never expected, okay?
Wonder Woman.
Shut up. Okay, here it is, ready? Basically, because the movie didn't do as well, that pushed Warner Brothers to expand their other properties and their own friggin' Warner Brothers expanded cinematic universe. So because of this craziness, they have decided to create the Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe, which
Space
is
Ghost.
a reboot of Scooby-Doo in the same universe as all their other stuff. It is going to be live action.
Herculoids.
It's going to be ridiculous, and it's because of what happened. So I think this is good news.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
I'm going to say one thing. If this is truly the Hanna-Barbera universe, Godzilla better show up in it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm telling you, this because of
All I'm gonna say is thank you, Zack Snyder, for doing something right in a way. Because if he didn't do this, then we wouldn't have got Hanna-Barbera's universe.
Do something right, which is so wrong.
This just in.
Action Jetsons movie.
This just in. Zack Snyder will be producing and directing all of the Hanna-Barbera movies, and they will all be in his dark tone.
What's Hanna-Barbera? I'm not familiar with that.
Cartoons.
Yeah, Zack Snyder was going to produce the Flintstones versus Scooby-Doo.
Steampunk. You know, like Scooby-Doo and those characters.
Oh yeah. I never was big Scooby-Doo. Never really watched it, so that's probably I don't know the character.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Thunder the Barbarian. Which do you imagine a movie?
Yes.
Thunder the Barbarian.
Oh, I used to watch that.
That would be
Johnny Quest. Johnny Quest.
Yeah, that's the one. I'll say this much: the Jonathan Taylor Thomas from Tim Allen's show. I always thought he would have been great to play Johnny Quest because when you look at him, he looked enough like Johnny to pull it off.
So we have reboots of the Flintstones. We have the Jetsons movie. We have Yogi Bear. Yogi Bear movie. Top Cat. Johnny Quest. Wacky Races. Sea Lion 2020. Space Ghost possibly. Thunder the Barbarian. Captain Caveman maybe. I mean, the possibilities are friggin' endless. So thank you.
Thank you, Zack Snyder.
Give me Space Ghost.
Well, Space Ghost
we should be thanking Zack Snyder for this. I really don't.
Yeah, I know.
This is a bad idea across the board. I'm just going to be the first one to say it.
All right.
Well, you know what could be worse? You know what could be worse?
Yogi Bear versus Top Cat.
Transformers could be doing it.
Well, I keep hoping that they'll do Watchmen too, because I really liked Watchmen.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let Zack Snyder do that and give another director the Batman and Superman stuff.
Yeah.
I'm serious, because he did watch it.
He's done a terrible job with that.
Here's your hint.
Yeah. Well, it could be worse because we had J.J. Abrams.
Well, yeah, if you think about it, Abrams did the Flintstones, it would pretty much be like...
No flash photography!
I gotta tell you, the amount of articles we had the past couple of days.
It was today, man, or yesterday.
Today, it's so many shows.
That they were pushing ahead with Man of Steel 2 after the failure of
They're not pushing ahead with Man of Steel. They're not pushing ahead with Man of Steel 2.
No, they're holding that back. They're holding that back.
No.
Well, you said that they were going to give him telepathy in the next movie.
That's the joke.
Oh, I was
oh, it was a joke. You weren't serious.
It was a joke, yeah.
But be honest, though. If that came out as an article and they were really doing that, would any of you be surprised? I would.
No, I wouldn't be surprised with all.
I wouldn't be surprised at all now.
In that.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna get out of here.
Wow. Oh, Batman versus Superman fell to number 2 finally.
Yeah,
like before we go, I like to ask, what did you guys think about Non's plan? Like when he was defending his plan, when he was trying to explain like why he was doing it, the morality of his plan and everything. What did you guys think?
Slavery, either way.
I think that Indigo put that stupid idea in his head to take over the universe, and he started to like it. Then again, maybe he may give up everything because I think he realizes he's making a mistake, and that's not what his wife wanted. So I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but I would hope.
Like the whole Myriad thing taking over National City and
I
the
would
world.
hope that he would stop that and give up, but I think that's what will happen, and maybe Egypt will take over.
After all, his plan, he's not like a bad guy per se.
He's a bad guy. He's a bad guy.
No, I know, but he's doing.
He's a bad guy. He's a bad guy.
Well, he's doing.
Even talking to his.
You can say the same thing about Hitler. He's a bad guy. Okay?
Well, you can say he's doing the wrong thing for the.
No, he's a bad guy. He's trying to control people. He's a bad guy.
But he's trying to protect us. Well, not protect us.
The problem is, if you're mind controlling people, is it their notion that's going to raise them to their heights, or is it his notion to raise them to his heights? And at the same time, think about this.
And he's talking about, and they're actively talking about just for throwing away the better good of mankind and just turning him into mindless zombies as an army.
He's enslaving the human race. That's evil. That's evil.
He's like, what's the name from Jessica Jones, isn't it?
Kilgrave.
Yeah.
He's evil. That's evil. You don't control people against the will. That's evil. So he's evil.
I wanted to know what you guys thought about that. Well, so Chris, what did you?
Yeah.
I don't watch.
No, I mean, Ferner. What do you think about his plan? Like, what did you think about the morality of his plan? He was like defending his plan. He actually thinks that what he's doing is.
I think he, with any good written villain, they think they're, most villains from history, in real life, think they're doing justice. They think they're doing the good. They think they're doing the right thing. No villain, not even Hitler, woke up and said, "Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing." No, they thought they were doing good, but they were doing it from a point of view of selfishness and a point of view of arrogance. And I think that's with what's the character that's fighting Supergirl? That's the main Kryptonian character that runs Marion.
Astra died.
Estra died, but it's her husband who took over.
No.
Well, she died. She Kryptonite sword. Or whatever. Nom. Anyway, Nom's doing it from the point of view of arrogance because he thinks he's superior to humans.
He's going on an original plan anyway.
Yeah, and Zom, Nom is doing it from the point of view of arrogance and for his own selfish needs, and so he can rationalize to himself, "Oh, I'm doing the right thing," but it's wrong what he's doing, and it's morally.
In some small way, but in some small way, grief because he lost his wife.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's wanting to try to carry on what she thinks is right, even though he doesn't want to buy the fact that she changed her mind.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not happy with the way they killed off Estra because I thought she was such a badass villain, and then she died in such a weak sauce way.
She's coming back next year.
She's coming back. Yeah.
That's a film of Broadway play, so she's coming back. Daniel,
I hope she does. Yeah.
Daniel, where'd you get the question from?
Say what?
Who thought the question?
What question?
What you asked?
No.
Where did you get your question from, Daniel?
No. I just asked the question. Like, what did you guys think about it? I mean, I don't know.
I'm saying that you thought that up, or did somebody give you the?
No, I just thought it up. I mean, I thought that he presented a pretty good argument, even though it wasn't quite. I mean, even though it wasn't really, morally sound. Still, he was trying. It sounded like he did. He lost Krypton. He lost his wife.
He was a terrorist on Krypton too, though.
Well, let me explain this to you, Daniel.
He wanted to save Krypton, but then.
So do you put so you want to save the Earth? Daniel? Does that mean that you're going to go out with rocket launchers and guns and?
No.
Scorched Earth doesn't help.
That doesn't help.
No,
so
he doesn't help, but
he killed people. Daniel, and Krypton, he killed people. He killed humans. He just wanted that lady to die that worked for Cat Ran, so he's evil, dude.
But it doesn't start off.
He's evil.
I know, but it didn't start out that way. He wanted to help Krypton.
Dude, he killed people.
It started off nicely, but then they fought against him.
But dude, he killed people. He's evil.
Let me put it this way. Daniel. He wanted to help Krypton from a certain point of view, from his own selfish point of view, and he wasn't really helping Krypton,
And he wasn't of any authority to do that. They have a council. Who the hell is he? A grunt? A soldier? Who the hell is he to do something like that? To kill Kryptonians, to kill this, where he got banished because
that
of
was
this
like crazy.
And he killed humans too. So he's a villain in Kryptonian. They sentenced him to death or whatever, right? So he's a criminal. He's evil. And Earth sentenced him too. So both races, both planets say he's a villain and he's evil. So that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't wait for the season finale to see what happens. It looks really interesting. It's getting tenser and tenser at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really hope they introduce Superman in the finale. I mean, the guy who played Jim.
Well, you see glimpses of him.
Yeah, glimpses is okay, but we want to see the genuine.
They tried to sign Tom Welling for the finale. I don't know if that's going to happen.
I do like, even though Superman is only briefly mentioned and only briefly seen in Supergirl, I like that version of Superman better than Man of Steel.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's good.
What would you guys, before we go, who would you guys want to play Superman? Tom Welling or Brandon Routh? Scott?
Tom Welling, yes.
Welling. Because Routh is currently on Arrow. It'll be a little bit confusing.
Yeah. I hope they do. Yeah. I mean, what is he doing now? Nothing. Well, he is doing directing work.
Who?
Tom Welling.
He's doing stuff for CBS. He's doing shows.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Take care. Bye for now.